Will artificial intelligence destroy the world? If you're not asking yourself this question, you're not aware of what it can do. AI will forever change the world. And we're in times where it's rapidly progressing more than it ever has in the history of the world. The question of the safety around AI is something that top experts around the world are talking about. So therefore, I think we should care. And if you're asking yourself this question, good for you. It means that you care about the right things. As marketers, experts, business owners, we have a responsibility in this world to act with integrity, to share our voice with truth, and to make sure that we're not aligning with nefarious purposes when it comes to AI. At Continent Scale, we're not afraid to talk about these hard topics. So join me, will you, in today's video, where we discuss, yes, will AI destroy the world? Top experts and entrepreneurs around the world are addressing this topic right now. And I think these growing concerns over the safety of AI should be taken seriously. So to answer the question, will AI destroy the world? Let's first look at what others are saying right now about this topic. Geoffrey Hinton is known as the godfather of AI. He started studying machine learning back in the 70s, and he's won multiple awards for his work. In 2012, he built a pioneering image analysis neural network that was actually the start of a lot of the things we have in artificial intelligence today. Geoffrey recently left Google to be able to speak freely about AI and warn people about what's coming. Here's what Hinton recently said when he was interviewed about this topic.
I think we're entering a time of huge uncertainty. I think one would be foolish to be either optimistic or pessimistic. We just don't know what's going to happen. The best we can do is say, let's put a lot of effort into trying to ensure that whatever happens is as good as it could have been. It's possible that there's no way we will control these superintelligences and that humanity is just a passing phase in the evolution of intelligence, that in a few hundred years' time, there won't be any people. It'll all be digital intelligences. That's possible. We just don't know.
In a nutshell, Hinton believes that AI is far more advanced than they ever thought it would be 40 years ago. They thought it would be relearning and rewriting information, not generating completely on its own. We're approaching AGI that's supposedly coming out this fall of 2023. That is artificial general intelligence, where AI can think and function on its own, much like a human. And it will have abilities that potentially supersede a human without us having to do much to govern it. Sound a little like Skynet and Terminator? Geoffrey Hinton is actively saying, now that he's left Google, will humanity be replaced by AI? This is something we have to consider. And I think the most important point that he's made is talking about appropriate use of this technology. He is asking OpenAI to reallocate their funds, 90% of which goes to developing the AI and only 10% of which goes to regulating and creating parameters for the safety of this AI. Geoffrey would like to see a 50-50 split. What are the others saying about this topic? Let's go to Elon Musk. So in 2018, he was right here in Austin, Texas at South by Southwest, saying that AI is potentially more dangerous than nukes.
Well, I'm not normally an advocate of regulation and oversight. I mean, I think one should generally err on the side of minimizing those things. But this is a case where you have a very serious danger to the public. And so therefore, there needs to be a public body that has insight and then oversight on to confirm that everyone is developing AI safely. This is extremely important. I think the danger of AI is much greater than the danger of nuclear warheads by a lot. And nobody would suggest that we allow anyone to just build nuclear warheads if they want. That would be insane. And mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes. Far. So why do we have no regulatory oversight? This is insane.
And this year, Musk said that if we were to task a future AI with eliminating spam, it might actually think that we should eliminate humans, because humans could be considered spam by the AI.
If there's a super intelligent, particularly if it's engaged in recursive self-improvement, if there's some digital super intelligence and its optimization or utility function is something that's detrimental to humanity, then it will have a very bad effect. It could be just something like getting rid of spam email or something, and it's like concludes, well, the best way to get rid of spam is to get rid of humans.
Now, that was speculation, but it is something he said on stage. Throughout the years, I believe that top entrepreneurs have also predicted the future state of technology. So let's look at what a couple top entrepreneurs are saying. Alex Hormozi, the founder of acquisition.com, currently running a portfolio of multi-million-dollar businesses, has actually said the presence of AI and where it is today, how far it's come along, means that we should actually ask ourselves, does interplanetary life now exist?
The nature of life itself and how it actually extends to interplanetary life, and whether or not aliens exist here on Earth. I'm not a big woo-woo tin hat guy, but I think if you actually think through the logic, there's some really alarming conclusions that you can come to.
Tom Bilyeu, the co-founder of billion-dollar brand Quest Nutrition, has openly said we should be worried about AI, and if we're not, then we're not thinking correctly.
Is AI dangerous? Next to thermonuclear war and an asteroid strike, I'd say it's the most radically dangerous threat that we face as a species.
Okay, so by now, I hope that what I've accomplished is to let you know that you're actually thinking correctly if you're worried that AI could be a potential threat. So now I want to share 3 things that will hopefully inspire you and get you on the right track to not only using AI in the right way, but knowing how to be a part of the future of a safer AI. Because that's part of our mission at Continent Scale, is to contribute to the world of AI by building safe AI technology. So first of all, let's talk about what these entrepreneurs are seeing as the benefit of AI. Alex Hormozi has also said, do not think of AI as replacing you. Think of AI as supercharging you.
First thing that I would ask is that you adopt the mentality that AI isn't here to replace me, it's here to supercharge me. Why do I say that? Because if you adopt the other one, you might as well just throw in the towel now.
I think this is a great way to look at it. If you look at AI as a weapon for your personal success in the workplace, then you begin to think differently. And that thought process can equal better actions and give you the ability to embrace this technology instead of running from it, which will do you no good. Tom Bilyeu says the same thing.
Reframe your thinking around AI. Do not see it as the enemy. See it as a tool. You're not going to be replaced by AI, at least not yet. You're going to be replaced by a human using AI.
So be a human that uses it. I thought that was brilliant because it's true. What I see over and over with millions of use cases now from our own users at Continent Scale is that once you're in the driver's seat of this AI technology, you can drive so much faster and go so much further with your business goals when it comes to building traffic to your website, when it comes to earning rankings at the top of Google, when it comes to making revenue from that traffic. You can now do this so much faster if you supercharge yourself and use AI like the tool that it is. Secondly, I think that we should all realize that we have the power to help shape the future of AI. What do I mean by this? Well, whenever you go to use the AI technology, you're actually shaping the future of AI. You're feeding it the data that it's using to train and create new models and further development from. So think about your use of AI. Have real direction and purpose. Treat these tools with care. Think about the information and the input that you're feeding it. For example, I use ChatGPT to generate headlines, to brainstorm content strategy ideas, to help me ideate an email outline. But I'm also careful not to feed it too much information that I'm not ready to publish with the world yet. So for example, I have a 3-book series I'm writing in the background. That book series is completely unique to me. I wrote the whole thing by hand and it's got some pretty original stuff inside of it. I'm not going to feed that to ChatGPT yet. I don't want my work to be out there before I'm ready. I can control that. I can withhold that information and basically not feed the beast. So think about the proprietary knowledge you have. If it's published and you want it out there, then absolutely feed it to ChatGPT. I'll ask ChatGPT to help me rewrite my already published content. But I'm careful not to feed it content I'm not ready to publish with the world yet. Use AI responsibly. And in doing so, you can actually help shape the future of a better world with AI. The last thing I want to share with you is why I'm here at Continent Scale and how we actually think of this when it comes to developing an AI that is safe for the world to use. So in all of 2022, I was pretty much anti-AI. You might already know this story because I just didn't see it actually helping and benefiting my audience. I didn't see ChatGPT capable of writing long-form, truthful, accurate, well-researched content for my audience. Over 10 years, I've built a ton of trust. I don't take that trust lightly. And I don't want to publish content that positions me in any way other than an expert who knows her stuff. ChatGPT was writing superficial content riddled with factual errors. I couldn't even use it in my long form content writing process at all. When I went to many of the other tools out there, from Writer to Jasper to Copy AI, none of them had a solid plan for the key characteristics I needed to see in my content, which was citing facts, actually fact-checking the content, having the AI do that for me, writing content that had structure, integrity, a specific tone of voice that matched my style, in-depth, non-superficial writing on the topic. So when I discovered Continent Scale in January of 2023, everything changed because this AI was developed for that purpose. And I can tell you, one of the questions I asked our founder, Justin McGill, at the very beginning was, what are you doing for the factual inaccuracies that AI has? And he said, we have a plan. There's a feature coming in April. And I'm really proud to say that feature is now here. Whenever you have our tool write content for you, it actually goes and finds citations, authority links for the facts that it quotes. And these links are often to trusted websites that your audience will know, positioning you as a trusted resource. Highly safe, accurate AI is the heart of what Continent Scale does. One of the main focuses of our founder and the product development team is to continue developing a safer and better AI that weeds out accidental hallucinations, problems like insulting the audience, superficial ways of saying something that would turn off the audience, etc. These are problems that are actively being addressed by our developers at Continent Scale. Continent Scale's founder has also taken no funding and never will. This is a tool created by an entrepreneur with no board of investors to have to answer to. Also, the way our technology works, it doesn't ingest any private data. That's another big problem with AI tools. How secure is this? How much private data is it accessing? Our tool only trains on publicly available content. So when I adapted to Continent Scale, I was really proud to attach my name to a technology that's helping shape a better world in artificial intelligence. And you can rest assured that when you become a user of Continent Scale, you are too. So start to think about the tools that you're using when it comes to AI, the tools that you're investing in, the tools that you're paying for. Are these tools actually trying to create a better, safer experience with AI? Is that one of their main goals? And if not, if that is not clear from the leadership team, then be careful of helping train that model and that data simply by using it. Because you are. Don't give AI too much of your power. You are in the driver's seat. I think that with the right AI tools, we become better experts, better service providers, better publishers. Because we can move from creating everything ourselves, taking hours and hours and hours, opening up the potential for more errors, into having AI do that for us. And finally, I'll end by saying, don't let AI make decisions for you. Remain in the driver's seat. If you're using it to generate content, double check that content. If you're using ChatGPT to help you build a content strategy, triple check that strategy. I asked ChatGPT to help me write a script for this video, and I ended up scrapping the whole script. None of it was true to what I wanted to say. So the script for this video was written by hand. Be judicious whenever you use AI. And now more than ever, make sure you're integrating the human touch. I'd love to invite you to try out Consonant Scale. To do that, go to consonantscale.ai. Whenever you request your invitation, you'll be able to get access to an exclusive free trial. You'll be able to get access to an exclusive trial where you're only paying for one article. And you get to access our full technology, unlimited access to every feature for 7 days. So to go jump on that trial, go to consonantscale.ai and request your invitation. I'm always interacting with our users and we have an amazing support team. So I hope to see you on the inside of Consonant Scale. And as always, stay tuned, subscribe, keep following. And as always, be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't, I hope to see you on the next video, where we're going to keep talking all about how to use AI for a better future in our workplace.